Hello and welcome back everyone. So we are now on the technical charts analysis section as we are speaking at about 12:15 p.m. local Singapore and Malaysia time. We can see that the US dollar has been weakening for the last 2 hours since 11 a.m. this morning. So let's have a quick look and see what happened to the US dollar since Wednesday, 24 hours ago. So for yesterday, we can see that the US dollar tried to move up, but it was not having the energy or momentum to do so. And after consolidating for a while, okay, after consolidating for a while, the US dollar weakens at about this is the key move at about 1600 plus 5. This is 2100 hours, which will be 9 p.m. local Singapore and Malaysia time. The US dollar moves down from 96.79 all the way to a low of 96.33, and currently it is touching another low of 96.18. Okay, so here we go. So so US dollar has been weak since if you look at the H4 charts, it's been weakening since over here since the 30th of June, and it's been a periodic drop along the way. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so looking back on a daily basis, for yesterday, the US dollar weakened especially at about 9 p.m. local Singapore and Malaysia time, and has been dropping all the way. Okay, so for the UK pound and also for the euro dollar, we should see their general movement being more bullish. So moving on to the UK pound. Okay, for the UK pound, it was also bullish on a Monday. On Monday itself, it went up from 1.2461 all the way to a high of 1.2592. So on Monday, the UK pound strengthened about 131 pips, and on Tuesday it was mostly consolidating. However, towards 1400 at about plus 5 hours if you're in Singapore or Malaysia. 1400 plus 5 is 19, which will be 7 p.m. local Singapore and Malaysia time. The UK pound moves up from 1.2527 all the way into the US trading session, touching a high of about 1.2624. Okay, so the UK pound strengthened about 96 pips during the US trading session yesterday and ended at a higher note. Okay, similar goes for the euro dollar. Euro dollar was consolidating on Tuesday after touching a low of 1.1265, okay, over here, and it tested these support levels again, and towards the evening session, okay, this was the one at about 1600 again, plus 5 is 21, will be 9 p.m. local Singapore and Malaysia time. The euro dollar moves up from 1.1287 to a high of 1.1351. Okay, so the euro dollar went up about 64 pips during the US trading session, and the key here of course was that it didn't break these support levels, and gradually as the US trading session came into play, the prices eventually broke through the resistance and shot up. Okay, so the key entry was at 9 p.m. or even 2 hours earlier at about 7 p.m. Okay, so as we saw just now, the US dollar is bearish, so we do see the euro dollar moving up for the last 3 hours or so, moving up from 1.1333 to a high of 1.1370. Okay, so for the last 3 hours or so, the euro dollar has been moving up about 36 pips. So yeah, so we have identified on a Monday, Tuesday, and now on a Wednesday that the general trend of the US dollar was bearish. So we do see the UK pound and the euro dollar being bullish against the US dollar. Okay, so moving on to gold prices. Gold prices has also been very bullish. We mentioned as early as Monday, and as early as Monday, gold prices went up about $14, and on Tuesday it spiked up about $23. And for yesterday, quite a similar story. Gold prices started to move up from about 2 p.m. Okay, from about 2 p.m. over here. Okay, from about 2 p.m. moving up from 1,792 levels all the way to a high of 1,817 US dollars. So again, very bullish for gold prices, mostly or largely due to the rise in coronavirus cases in the US and also increasing tensions between US and China. Okay, so since Monday, gold prices has moved up from a low of 1,771 to a recent high of 1,817, and as you can see, just within a span of 1 2 3 days, gold prices moved up about 45 US dollars. So again, if you manage to get in early into the trade, put a stop loss, possibly look for $5 to $10 movement, or even let your trade run or your profits run all the way until the top. That is a 45 US dollar movement. Okay, so very nice, very beautiful. Understand where the market was, where the market is, what the market is doing now, and potentially where it will be going in the next 2 to 4 hours. Okay, so yeah, so gold prices has gone up a lot. Don't be surprised if there's a retracement at the moment, but again, whether to go for a buy or sell, you need to be analyzing and understanding the market's sentiment, momentum and energy, and when the volumes are high, which is at about 2 to 4 p.m. and about 7 to 9 p.m., and as the price action conclusively decides where it's going, that is when you take your trade. Okay, so silver prices, again we see a similar pattern. On Monday, silver prices went up. On Tuesday, it consolidated, and on Wednesday, silver prices shot up from $18.27 all the way to a high of $18.75. Okay, so it is mirroring the moves of gold prices. And last but not least, second last actually, US oil prices. For US oil prices, we can see that for yesterday, crude oil prices, or actually for the last 3 days, crude oil prices has been consolidating between $41 and also $40. Okay, so it's been consolidating within a $1 range. And for yesterday, most of the momentum was still quiet to bullish. Okay, again, yesterday was the announcement of the crude oil inventories coming out at 10:30 p.m. Markets was expecting crude oil's inventories to drop by 3.2 million barrels. However, the actual numbers came in that crude oil supplies increased by 5.7 million barrels. So this is the result. The theory would be, with additional supplies, crude oil prices should theoretically drop. Okay. However, as you can see, again, crude oil prices didn't really drop much. It just moved down from about, at the time of announcement, which is at 10:30 p.m. Okay, local Singapore and Malaysia time, crude oil prices dropped marginally only from, this is the one, okay, from $40.72 to a low of $40.40. So it went down about 32 cents. However, the rebound or the move up again was even larger. Okay, moving up by another 39 cents to touch a high of $41.11. So currently, crude oil prices are trading within this dynamic uptrend and also between this horizontal resistance. Similar story, I believe you guys have seen this chart pattern many times before. As it squeezes into this triangle, it will either need to break up or break down. Okay, so whether it breaks up, break down, we'll have a look at it later on when the volumes and the timing is right. Okay, so lastly, let's have a quick look at the S&P 500. The S&P 500 has also been largely consolidating, and for yesterday it was also largely in a consolidation phase, and it ended the US trading session on a slightly positive note. Okay, so quick look at even the 4-hourly candles is showing that the S&P 500 is in a consolidation phase. Okay, so all eyes will still be on the coronavirus situation in the US especially, and also on certain US sanctions, which are still in discussions at the White House, in terms of what kind of sanctions, or sort of what we call rules and regulations they will enforce on China after China approved the Hong Kong national security law. Okay, so yeah, so again, watch out for, although the US dollar has been weak for the last 3 days, there could be some retracements or some consolidation before it decides to go down or up later. Okay, so keep an eye out on the time frames, the chart patterns, and the price action movements. So have a good trading day ahead, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you.